So the other day I was in Yosemite and I went hammock backpacking for the first time, and here's how it went. Originally, I had this idea because Easthills reached out to me a little while ago asking if I wanted to review their hammock, and I said yes because I knew that I already had a trip planned to Yosemite where I was doing some backpacking. I thought, why don't I just meld these two ideas together and just combine them into a cool video? So here we are. For the trail, we backpacked from Tunnel View in Yosemite all the way to Glacier Point, which was 18 miles and about 5,000 vertical feet. And it was just an amazing trail with the best views I've ever seen, just basically traversing the rim of Yosemite, looking into the valley the whole time. So it was super, super cool. And it was also relatively warm, which was the perfect excuse to try out hammock backpacking. Now, just some boring details about the hammock itself. It weighs just 1.87 pounds and can be scrunched down into its little stuff sack with all of the straps and all of the carabiners and stuff like that super simply. It can hold up to 660 pounds, which is honestly insane, and most importantly, it's a double hammock, which is really important if you want to sleep in your hammock because it means that you can fit your sleeping pad and your sleeping bag inside of there comfortably without being too cramped. Oh, and this hammock also only costs $25, which is pretty crazy. And Easthills also sent me a bug net just in case it was buggy that basically wraps around the hammock and protects you from any sorts of bugs, and that weighs 1.3 pounds. So right away, the weight is really nice when it comes to backpacking, at least compared to having a tent. It's so much lighter not having the poles and just having a simple hammock setup. So as long as there's trees, you're pretty much set. And setup is incredibly easy. It takes like a minute. You basically just wrap the straps around trees and just clip the carabiners to them and you're basically set up. The straps are really long and can hold a lot of weight, and you have a lot of attachment points. So basically wherever you are, you're pretty much going to be able to set up this hammock. But that's about it. It's a hammock after all, so there's not too much to talk about. So how did hammock backpacking actually go? Well, here are some of my thoughts. Okay, so my first night of hammock backpacking was honestly pretty successful. It was quite comfortable at night. I slept pretty dang well, even though I wasn't expecting to, so that was pretty sweet. And overall, yeah, the hammock was just super comfortable. That hammock is obviously super easy to set up, as most hammocks are, and having the sleeping pad in there with the sleeping bag just made it feel pretty dang comfortable. I will say though that it did get a bit cold at night. I didn't have the proper sleeping bag rating probably, so it was a little bit chilly, and because you're in a hammock, if you touch the sides at all or if you don't have a pad underneath, it gets really cold because basically it's just your bare skin against nothing protecting you, like no insulation. So that can get a bit chilly, but overall pretty good, and I would definitely do it again. My two biggest concerns were number one, my feet falling asleep when I was sleeping, and number two, there being a bunch of bugs and me just getting destroyed by mosquitoes. And luckily my feet didn't fall asleep at all, which was super surprising. And secondly, there weren't really any bugs. I did bring the bug net that Easthills sent me that works really well, but I didn't end up needing it, which was great. For $25, this hammock is honestly about the same as name brand hammocks and half the cost, so it's pretty great. The fabric might be slightly less soft than others and the weight might be slightly more, but besides that, it's a hammock. So if you're hanging out, backpacking, camping, doing whatever, it's really great, and overall, I don't think anyone buying this hammock would be disappointed. You really can't go wrong with this one. So if you want to check it out, links are in the description down below, of course. But that's it for today. If you like this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe down below, and I will see you all next time.